Hello, my crafty friends. This is Sheree. How's everyone doing today? Welcome to my channel. Welcome to my craft room. I'm here today to sort through and look through and kind of take a tour of, and I thought I'd do it with you, of my book covers. So I did this last year, probably in January, and I said my goal was to use as many of these as I could, or I kind of almost maybe even said I'd like to use them all, but that was kind of a dream, wasn't it? So yeah, I used quite a few. I probably used five, I'm going to say 5 or 6 of them, but here's a pile left still. So, and I don't think, I think there was a little pile that I forgot to show you last year. So I just brought them all out here. I didn't even look at to see what I had. I thought maybe we could go through them and see what I have put away in my closet in a little corner for possible or actual book covers for journals. So let me just move this over a little bit, and I'm going to put this pile over here that we've looked at. So let's start right here. This one's kind of shiny, so I'll get this off the top so it doesn't cause any glare. But this is a little book cover, really pretty. It's Gardener's Diary, perfect for a little journal. So let's see. Yep, I love it. I mean, I don't think my goal here is to get rid of any of these things. I just want to see what I have. Maybe something will call to me and say, you got to make a journal out of me soon, type of thing. So this one's really pretty. You can see why I saved this. I'm trying to see what kind of binding. Oh, I think it goes like, see, this is the spine here. So it goes, oh, this is rough over here too. I must have cut something off of the spine and both sides to make it maybe smaller. I'm not sure because it's rough over here too. But anyway, it's a cute little, it would be a cute little floral journal. Look at that. I just really love this cover. So this is a keeper for sure. And we'll see. We'll see. I don't know. I just don't know at this point. So these are some book pages I was using up all of this pile right here. And I already did make some journals out of these. I don't know if it was this past year or the year before that. It might have been a couple of years ago. And I made so many, I just put the rest there in my book cover pile. But what I did was put several book pages together to where it would be a thick enough to make a book cover. And then I covered that with something, you know what I mean, like scrapbook paper or fabric or whatever. So here's one, just made out of some, and they were, what they were just some pages that were plain or that I didn't like, and I didn't want to throw them away. So that's what I did with them. I glued them together to possibly make a book cover. So here's one size here. This is, if you want to know the size, this is about 4 3/4 by 7 inches long. So that would be a cute little journal size. And then these would all be like tall, thin journals, like kind of like traveler's notebooks, but they're even thinner. This particular little pile here is about just over 3 inches wide. So those would be cute little journals. And these are really, I mean, these are so, I know this is just book pages, but it's so hard. It's like almost like a piece of cardboard or thick cardstock. It's really amazing what book pages do once you glue them together and how sturdy they are. 3 of that size. Here's some of this size here. See, I've got quite a few. Now, these are kind of calling to me, though. I really would kind of like to make some little journals out of these. 4 inches by 7 inches long. And I'm doing my little, with Maria, little challenge where it's called #JunkNoMore. If you didn't see that video on the 14th of this month of January, where we started a new challenge. Yeah, these are all the same size, and they're very sturdy. So, yeah, these could possibly use like this month, the next month for February. Our challenge is going to be making book covers out of junk. junk no more, make a book cover out of something that could possibly consider junk. So like I said, these are pages just plain or that I don't really necessarily love. So those could be pages like, anybody else might throw away type of thing. Here's another couple of tall, skinny ones. This one's only 3 inches wide. It's about 8.5, almost 8.5, not quite. Say 8.25, but these would be cute. And you can make something like this any theme if you wanted to do some kind of theme or just make it eclectic. Here's a bunch of little ones. That would be cute little mini journals. There's so many pages glued together here. I don't know. It's like 4 or 5 pages glued together. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6 of those. Oh my goodness. I have got my work cut out for me. 3 3/4 inches wide by 5 inches tall. Cute little covers. And then, you could even not, if you really wanted to make a junky junk journal out of this, you could even almost just do a little something there and leave the book cover showing. And so, yeah, that's what our goal is in that challenge, is maybe do something every month, or at least that's what my goal is. Do whatever I do every month. At the end of the year, have a junky junk journal. And I said in my January video, January 14th, I said, but knowing me, I'm going to, kind of speed ahead probably and end up making several. So, yeah, I'm really getting an itch to make a junky junk journal. And I'll have another video about that. It's kind of funny how fast junk collects when you're collecting junk for a junky junk journal. But anyway, here's another cover. This was a little cover from this little Disney book, and it had a record in it. At one time when I got it, it did not have the record in it. But it's just a little, I guess I used the pages. So here's a little flap. The little flap is still there. And I thought this could be super cute little journal, little Disney journal. So that could be a fun little journal. That one's kind of calling to me too. And let's see, what is this pile here? So this is a pile of sheet music or music covers. This says piano, This is a really old one. I love the colors on here, but I saved these. See, I used the pages inside. All the music pages here are gone. But I saved all of these covers. These are also calling to me. Oh my goodness. Why? Why? Well, this one has some music in it. I must have used, I used most of it except for this one sheet that I left in here. Okay, that's all right. But look how cool they are. Look at that. Old, and I don't know how old. Doesn't have a date. Look at the back. I'm not looking at the back. Let me see. Let me see the back of these. One has these orange words, cool, and blue words. These are old John W. Sham. I took piano lessons, so I had John Thompson's. I know that, and I know there's different ages of these, but mine kind of looked like this, but I think this one's a little older than the one I had. It just looks older. Mine was a little bit more. Mine wasn't young by any means, but by now. But I think this one was a little older than the one I had, because you can just tell. It looks, I don't know. I would almost guess 60s, but that's really cool too. Look at that. Just the cover. So, let's look at the back of this one. Very cool. John Thompson's. Yep. That's the beginner one, I think. The beginner piano book. This one I just have the front cover. But look at those colors. So cool, right? There's another one. Piano. Inside has a cool little bit there. Just plain on the back of this one. I do love these older looking ones too. This kind of almost craft color or yellowish color. Piano book. Let's see. I'm kind of looking for a year or two. If I see one, I will tell you. There's the back of that one. See, they're in good shape. All these piano books. I think this is what I forgot to show you last year. I had these last year. There's a blue one. And I forgot to, I had gotten them out, but I had left them over to the side and forgot to show you. So that's kind of that pile. And let's see what else. Let's put this here so it doesn't fall off the top. Okay, so this pile, this is more hardback book covers. So here's a little one here. Aromatic herbs. Insides are gone. Pretty marbled inside the covers, marbled pattern. Really pretty. That would be cute. Here's an oldie, just the front cover. So I'd have to make a back cover, which is no problem. You can just use a piece of chipboard or cardboard to make a cover for a back of a journal if you don't have one, and then cover with fabric or, you know, some kind of paper or whatever. So you can even paint it. That's a really oldie. I'm just showing you because it's just kind of amazing looking. Getting the most out of life. That'd be a good journal cover too. Even that title. Getting the most out of life. It's called The Reader's Digest. An anthology from the Reader's Digest. That's got to be an antique though. That's old. Here's some of the spine hanging out there. Okay, you see I kept them together with little binder clips. But this is a little one here. One of those little gift books. Cute inside papers. There's the back. Yes, I used all of those papers apparently. This is an old book, math book, arithmetics, but I like this the way it is, you know what I mean? I like the font, I like the color, so I like to do a journal with something like this and just leave it plain, just leave it like that. It's just very old and charming, I think. Little stamp here. September, wait, hold on, there's a date here. There's the spine is still kind of hooked, attached. Well, I think this is 1925 or 8 right here. Little date, patent, sorry, I can't talk. It's talking about the patent. September 22, 19, I think this is 28. So this is almost antique. Book cover, math book cover. I love the color too, that blue. Here is a spine, and it looks like it goes with this. Yeah. Our Nation Begins. It's just like a school book here. So here's the 1941. It says right there, a little stamp. A nice vintage. Oh, this is, you know what? I found this in North Carolina. But right here, it says, I'm from Florida, and here it says, property of the state of Florida. That's interesting. So this looks like, not sure what kind of book it was, but it was some, maybe some kind of, you know, geography or, you know, book about the United States, apparently. Here's the Pilgrims, so that kind of history. Maybe some kind of history book. Another beautiful cover. Sharp arrows in gold. And this is embossed right here. A large spine still attached. I mean, not large, but you know, it's at least an inch there. Why can't I open this? It's just a rounded, kind of a rounded spine. It's still rounded. Yeah. See, here it is. It's over an inch, about 1.5 inches spine, but nice old, pretty cover. Look at the paper inside the spine. That's the original. It looks like a very papery map piece right here that they used there to help make the spine and help. Feels very papery though. Interesting, right? Look at the inside. Inside paper there. That is pretty too. Really pretty old book. Here's another pretty old one. And I mean pretty and old. This one has a big spine too. That's a couple inches wide. But it's not attached, is it? Oh, it's still, there's a little bit attached. There's the inside of the cover. There's a couple of pages still attached here. And it's attached by one little strand there. But I don't see a date right here. Let's see. Oh, that's a glossary. So yeah, I just kind of folded that gently, I guess, to keep it here. Okay, that's a pretty one. Another math book. Grade 3. There's like a clown or a jester on the front there. And 2 kids down here, in case you can't see what that is. There's a girl and a boy there. There's the back. Inside. So cute. That's a neat old one too. It looks pretty old. Here's a pretty old one with color. Just the cover, looks like just the front cover on this one too. Sunny Days, a book for small children. Got some pretty color on it. Here's the inside of this one. Very pretty. It's got some old tape right here. So, and this one is so cute. This one I just have the, I think I found this book like this and it was not in good shape. I think if I remember right, it was all kind of colored in and I salvaged what I could and it didn't have a back cover. And I just saved this cute little, I got it because of this cover right here. Look how cute that is. It's Rand McNally. And these cute, it had these cute little squirrels. The squirrel twins. I thought that was so cute. I could not look at the inside there. I thought that was so cute. It's 25 cents. Original price there. So cute. That's adorable. And here's this is a little golden book back cover that I saved. I don't remember what the story was with this, but anyway, I kept it to possibly use with this. Well, it's too small. But anyway, I can use it for a back cover in case I need a back cover for something of a little golden book or whatever, or something this size. I have one. I have one. So here's a pretty cover here. Bedtime Stories. This is kind of a textured cover. This pretty red color. Kind of burgundy. Uncle Arthur's Bedtime Stories. This is the texture and it's got this cute little design here. It's got the spine still on it. And here's the inside. This says, there's a date written here. This is 1938. So there's another nice one. These are all really good sizes for little journals. School Arithmetic. This is an oldie here. This probably is an antique one. So cute, right? Pretty adorable. I love the grunginess of that one. Just one second. Okay, so the next one. Sorry about that. Good Times Together. Can you see that picture? That is such a cute journal cover. Such a cute book. Old, little grungy, or quite grungy actually. Little color with the two kids. It looks like a boy and a little girl. Like this little girl looks younger than everybody else. She's shorter. And then a little girl. And they're jumping rope together. And Balfour School. I don't know where that is. But this is I would leave this cover. I would leave this in here, I think. Even though there's a little coloring or a streak of like colored pencil here, I think that is just really cool. That whole picture there. So cool, right? Anyway, another cutie. Complete Arithmetic. Nice little one here. Still has the spine. Oh, that's a, hold on, let me not tear it apart here. Still has the spine attached and a page. This says, sorry, I got my coffee here. I'll take a drink in a second, but this says 1910. So this is an antique, little antique math book. Don't you just love it? So cool. You can see why I saved these, right? Of course I'm going to save them. All right, I've got one more pile here. I'll try to go a little faster, but I just really like looking at them too. So this is a little composition book that I found, or a little like notebook, that just had some plain paper in it. I've taken the paper out. I think I still have some of this. I put it in with my paper so I could remember to use it. And then I put this in with my book covers. And look, there's a little place where I could put something here. A little book plate or something, nameplate. I just really like the cover, this little black spine. And even though it's not perfect, it's got a little, almost like a little crease right here. I would still use it just like this. Add a little something here and some paper. And this would be the cutest little journal. This says standard memo book here. I don't know how old it is, but I think I'm sure it's vintage. It's just, I'm sure it's not antique, but it could be from the 70s or something, I think it's at least that old, probably 70s, don't you think? Anyway, that's a cool little cover. So this, I believe I probably used all the papers from inside. And it was just a little booklet here. Randolph Electric membership, a little advertisement on the back. And here's the inside, so I'll definitely add some paper to this and just make a little, this is a little, well, it's food related, Carolina Country Cookbook. And I just really like this little cover. It's just a little cardstock cover, but it could be really an adorable little cooking, cookbook type little journal. So, oh my goodness, so many of these are calling to me. Okay, these are two I made this year. I was demonstrating this this duct tape that I got from one of the companies I demonstrate for and collab with. And this is 2 paper bags put together here. And they're put together right here, and I cut off the top it looks like, and made it this size. So this is, I intend this to be a little cover for a journal. So I put that with my covers because I haven't used it yet. Just to keep track of it, because I had it over here in my project cart, and I just like last week, was cleaning out my project cart, and I was like, oh, let me put these with my covers. Here's another one that's a paper bag. It's like, this is like a craft colored glassine bag, and there again, I was demonstrating that duct tape. So that's that. This was a little recipe book where I used the pages. It's got a pretty craft paper in here, but I still might cover that, put some color in there. But it's got a pretty little cover there. It's kind of simple and plain, but still it says recipe. The recipe journal right there. It says the recipe journal. So I think I would leave that as a little cookbook journal cover. I might add something to it if I have the right thing, you know what I mean? Because sometimes simple is just really cute too. The simple original cover is really cool. This is a hymn book cover, an oldie hymn book cover. And I again like the charm of this old kind of grungy cover. It's got some dots on it. Are they? Trying to see if they're kind of a little bit textured, not really super raised, but I think it's got a little bit of texture there. It says worship hymnal. Here's the back. Yeah, it has those same dots. I don't know if you can see those in the camera, but there's the inside just plain. I've used the pages, but very cool cover. The spine is still hanging on by a thread. So that's that, a hymn book. And this is, what is this? Young People History of North Carolina. This looks like it might be an antique. I love this little size. Here's the back, very old and grungy. Here's the inside, pages that are disintegrating, it looks like. I have not torn them out. Here's the cover. No type of date here. There's some names written in here though. This is very old and grungy. It may or may not be an antique, I don't know, but I love it. I love the whole grunginess of it. And the color again, kind of a bluish, maybe a little bit of green in there. So cute. Here's another hymnal. This one says Baptist hymnal. It's got this kind of a little bit of embossing around the edges here. Got a little bit of little like harp or something like that right there. I think that's a little harp, little gold design right there. The spine is still there. So yes, I have, this is going to take me, I'm not going to say I'm going to use these in a year because there's way too many here to use in 2 years. It's going to take me years to use all these, but another hymnal. Old and grungy. Old, old, old. There's the spine. Oh wow, look at that. Dark blue. Look at that spine. Let's see what's in there. What are the layers? Some old something. But there we go. Very cool. It's a more greenish cover. Okay, now here's some younger ones, but these are these Gooseberry Patch books, a couple of them that I've taken the pages out. And I was experimenting with them. So this one I cut off. There's the original. See on this one? The original little holes there. And I think I'm going to use those holes because I discovered that my binding machines, my coils, you know, my metal coils fit in here. They're like the same size, I believe. Last time I tried them, I was like, oh, you know, I didn't realize that at first. And I cut this one because I have used one of these and I made a new spine. So that's what I intended for this one. So I cut the spine off. And I actually was trying it out too in my binding machine. And it doesn't really fit. It's actually, these Gooseberry Patch covers are very, very hard. And my binding machine, first of all, they're too thick. It won't really fit in there. And I think that's what I remember discovering. And also, they're very hard. So it's very hard to punch through, and I don't want to break my machine. So I think that's what I discovered. I need to make a new, you know, spine for this one. But I love these covers, the country kind of look of this. They usually have this kind of gingham or plaid background with a pretty picture. And really, I don't do anything to the cover because they're so cute. I might put a little something back here, cover up the barcode. There's 2 barcodes here on this one, but here's the inside. Insides are cute too. And the fonts of the pages and everything are very cute on these. So you saw that one. Here's this one. A little bit of residue from the, I can get that off though. Looks like it'll come off. The little price tag there. But that's a cute cover too. These are different little, look at this little chicken timer. Timers. That looks like an old one, like my mom used to have. Here's a little tomato. Here's a little chicken one. And this is just a clock. But that's a very cute cover. Back of that one. Inside of that one. So yes, it's all things I want to do, but you know, only have so much time in a day. So this is a little notebook I was just kind of experimenting with. This also is a very thick. Yeah, I kind of like ran into like a I don't know what I want to do here kind of moment with this one. This is such a hard, thick cover. And the spine too. I was like, I don't know if I can even get a needle through that. It's such a thick spine. But I did cover it with wallpaper, whatever it was before. This was the original paper inside. I left the spine and I covered the outside with wallpaper. This is my wallpaper here. This was a wallpaper border. And it's very pretty, but the spine is just so thick, I don't know if I can handle that. So I might have to cut the spine off and make a new spine. It's not like, you know, Fort Knox where you can't get through it. So that's just something I've been, you know, I don't know. Like I don't know type of thing what to do with it at this, you know, or what I want to do with it. Here's another older. Oh, we're almost to the bottom of the pile. Look at this. A treasury of verse for little children. This was an old poem book, and I use these pages in my book page bundles. I think I have one junk journal bundle in my shop right now, but I don't know if any of these pages are in there. But this is a really nice, like, handmade paper look inside here, and this page here, and the back page. I'd have to cover this though. This is a little bit too. You know, grungy, but it is cool. They have the word discard there. The original library. Oh, the original spine's on here too. Let me see. Just hanging on by a thread, but there it is. I guess it was in a library. Here's a little library piece here. 821E. It feels like it's melded with the the book cover. I mean the book spine. So anyway, next to the last, but in the very last one here that I've put in here is this Winnie the Pooh little golden book cover. It's one of the little ones, you know, the first little golden books. So I apparently have used the pages. Sometimes some of the books are messed up. Like usually when I save one like this, it means that the pages were messed up, and I just salvaged whatever pages I could, if I could salvage any, and save the cover. So like, see, here's looks like some water damage around here at the edge of this. Something we would do to distress it, it looks like, but it looks like a little bit of, you know, so it's just brown, really, kind of brownish, light brownish and blue there. Still some of the original color, but yeah, just a little first little golden book cover, and that's it. So I didn't count them. That wasn't my goal. I just wanted to show you the book covers like I did last year, and maybe I will take some of these out for the challenge, Maria and I Junk No More challenge, and use like those book page covers. I would love to do that. So stay tuned to see what book covers I use this year, and if you saw one that you like, oh, I love that one, Sheree, you have to make a journal out of this, let me know, because, you know, I could use some guidance here. There's so many that, you know, I said they were, quite a few of them were calling to me, so if I can narrow that down in any way, and you want to help me do that, and tell me, like, yeah, Sheree, do this one first, I would certainly take that into consideration. So thanks for watching today. I hope you enjoyed a little tour there, and I will see you in my next video. Have a great day.